Hospital tried to fire her, but justice arrived in the most unexpected way. The hospital cafeteria was crowded. Doctors and nurses were laughing, chatting, sipping their coffee. But in the middle of all that noise, one voice silenced everyone. A tall white man in a crisp suit, Mr. David, the head administrator, stood pointing his finger at a black nurse. "You people are only good for cleaning floors, not saving lives," he shouted. The room froze. Some nurses looked down, others gasped. The woman he was shouting at was Mariam. She didn't respond. She simply wiped a tear from her cheek and quietly walked out. Nobody knew that within days the same Mariam would change the fate of that hospital forever. Mariam had been working in that hospital for 15 long years. Everyone knew her as the nurse who never complained, never missed a shift, and always put patients before herself. But to Mr. David, she was nothing more than a black face in his hospital. Every chance he got, he humiliated her. "Don't touch that equipment," he barked once. "Stay where patients can't see you. You scare them," he shouted another time. Colleagues often whispered, "Why doesn't she leave?" But Mariam always replied with the same calm smile. "Because my patients need me, and because God is watching." One evening, a horrific car accident brought chaos to the emergency room. A man was rushed in, bleeding heavily. His pulse was weak. Doctors panicked. The chief surgeon was stuck in traffic. Minutes felt like hours. Nurses were trembling. Nobody knew what to do. Mariam stepped forward. "Get me gloves. Get me the instruments. We don't have time." "Don't you dare touch that patient," Mr. David screamed, storming in. "You're not a doctor." But Mariam ignored him. Her hands moved swiftly, confidently. She had trained for years, and she knew exactly what to do. In 20 tense minutes, the bleeding stopped, the patient stabilized. For the first time, lives in that ER were saved. Not by a doctor, but by the nurse they had all looked down upon. The staff clapped in relief. Some even cried. But instead of thanking her, Mr. David's voice thundered again. "You are finished here, Mariam. You had no permission to do this. You're fired!" The staff stared in shock. Fired? For saving a life? The very next morning, a special hospital board meeting was called. Doctors, directors, and administrators filled the conference hall. Mr. David stood tall and confident. "I recommend immediate termination," he declared. "This nurse broke protocol. She risked the hospital's reputation. She must go." Mariam sat quietly in the corner. Her hands trembled, but her eyes were steady. The board members murmured. Some nodded. Some frowned. Just then the door opened. A man walked in, tall, dignified, with a bandage still on his chest. It was the patient Mariam had saved. Gasps filled the room. One director whispered, "Wait, isn't that Senator Williams?" The room went silent. The senator raised his hand. "I'm alive today because of that woman," he said, pointing at Mariam. "While your so-called doctors hesitated, she took action. She saved my life. And you want to fire her?" The board members looked at each other, stunned. The senator continued, "If anything, this hospital should promote her. She doesn't just deserve respect. She deserves leadership." The chairman of the board stood up slowly. "From this day forward, Nurse Mariam will serve as the head of the surgery department." Applause thundered across the room. Nurses hugged her. Doctors clapped with pride. Mr. David's face turned pale. His power had just collapsed in front of everyone. Mariam's eyes filled with tears. She finally spoke. "I never fought back with anger. I only did my duty because I knew justice belongs to God, and today I see it with my own eyes." The senator shook her hand. "You didn't just save my life," he said. "You reminded us what true humanity looks like." And so, the woman who was once mocked for her skin color now walked out of that hall as the most respected leader in the hospital. This story teaches us something powerful. True worth is never decided by color, race, or status. It is decided by courage, integrity, and compassion. What do you think? Should Mariam have been punished for saving a life or rewarded like she was? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you believe stories like this need to be heard, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Like and subscribe.